We're back. Once
Dude,
again.
why are you making demon noises?
Huh? That for our later topic. We're getting it ready already.
Okay.
How was your week?
My week, it's
We'll
good.
start off polite.
Polite. It's good.
Yeah.
I finished Veilguard
Mm-hmm.
like yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I feel pretty empty about that experience.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like
I can't believe you gave a full review on a game that you didn't even beat first.
I was
How
like
disrespectful to BioWare.
BioWare disrespected me.
Oh, okay. I guess it's fair then. But how'd you feel about the ending? Complete the cycle of the review.
Have you ever like looked at something horrific or like something other people found horrific or beautiful and you felt like zero, nothing?
Yeah. I guess like some paintings people will say, like Starry Night by Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Like, I'll look at it and be like, just looks like a kid drew it.
Yeah, because like everyone was saying the last 2 hours are like peak, the
Mhm.
best the game
Oh
has
yeah,
to
yeah.
offer.
I heard about that.
And when the ending happened, I was just kind of like, okay,
Mm.
time to uninstall this.
Nice. How many gigs?
80
80 gigs?
ish.
80 gigs? Okay. Wow. Big game
So
with nothing in it.
that is the most, for me, the most 5 out of 10 thing I've ever played.
Oh, okay.
It is the most mid. Like I felt there were times I were like, okay, this is good.
Yeah.
There was other times where I hated it.
Yeah.
So rounded out, and the majority of the time, I felt nothing.
Damn.
I was just kind of completing it because it was called Dragon Age.
Did you ever like while you were playing it, did you ever at some point start like having those 3 a.m. sad thoughts where you think back on your life and all the mistakes and regrets you may have?
Yes, but in the way that I was like,
That is a sign of a terrible game.
I was more like, I could just be playing Origins right now, or
Oh, okay.
like Baldur's Gate.
I know a game
Or
is at its
something else.
lowest point. I know a game is at its lowest point when I'm thinking back to high school memories and been like, damn, I could have handled that so much better.
Yeah, when you start reflecting on life.
Yeah.
That really is.
That's the low point of a game.
I realized I had struck like my limit mentally when, you know, in Dragon Age, like dragons were like a special thing. There's like
Yeah.
1 or like 3
Yeah,
in a game.
And they're like secret bosses.
At the end of this game, they spam you with like 12. And all of them have the same movesets. And at like the 9th dragon, I was like, I give up.
Hey, they don't call it a Dragon Age for nothing.
Dude, there's more.
If this game is deserving of any title, it is Dragon Age.
There is more dragons in this age
than
any of the other ages combined.
Yeah. Well, I mean, today it's called Dragon Age.
And then I remember I was playing the finale.
Yeah.
And like the second to final boss is just another version of an enemy you've been fighting for the past 50 hours, but with like some goop on top of it.
I love the goop accessory.
Yeah, and that really just summed up the game experience for me.
Yeah.
Because it felt like every time something cool happened, they just repeated it 12 times over. And I got sick of it by like the third time they repeated it.
Oh, okay. Well, shit happens.
Yeah, so
you get a bad game.
So I might just mod Origins again, play it again, just to like remember that I like this series.
Times.
Yeah,
the good times.
But I looked at it and I was like, I don't know if I could play like another RPG already.
Yeah, I know. You definitely have to take breaks. Like, I was telling you, like, I'll have the random urge to play like a mobile puzzle game, you know, because like I can't have like too many like storyline ass games in a row.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot of those that I can play.
Yeah, I was playing Tokyo Ghostwire Tokyo went free on Epic, so I was playing that for like a week. I was interested in it. I'm like, dude, I wonder why no one talked about this game. And then after playing it, I understand why. Because a lot of people nowadays really don't like checklist gaming. Like, you know what I mean
Yeah,
by
I'm one
that?
of those. Yeah.
Yeah, like Ubisoft Assassin's Creed ass games,
Uh-huh.
just for like a definition purpose. Like any game where you pull up a map and you click the legend icon and it says you have done 13 out of 15 of this, 1 out of 20 of this, and 5 out of 100 of this. Like collectible farming games. Um I don't mind if the gameplay is fun, but this is a very checklist gaming ass game.
Uh-huh.
And it's basically Japanese style Doom. So if you're not interested in that, you don't like the gameplay, you're not gonna like it. I think the good thing about it is within 2 hours, if you do get it on Steam for some reason, within 2 hours you'll be able to decide if you like the game or not. You know, because the game is just that. For me, especially since I got it for free, I would put it comfortably at a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10. It's not a very memorable game, but I enjoyed playing it.
Okay.
You know?
I was just thinking while you said all that, and I remember back to like a game has failed when you're like reflecting on life.
Yeah.
For me, I knew that Veilguard like was not hitting for me.
Yeah.
When I would like finish a session or like when I just beat it, and I was like, maybe I should go like read or something.
Do something productive.
Yeah, I should like do something with my life. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Playing fucking Veilguard.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I got that same feeling sometimes off like a game. But it could be just like a low point of a game. Like I played Final Fantasy 16 recently, and there was this one part with a lot of side quests. And like I just skipped through them because like sometimes the NPCs just talk too much. Tell me what I gotta do and leave me alone, man. I don't want to touch you. You know? But then I would be just doing that and I was just thinking like, dude, why didn't I do this in college? You know what I mean? Like, while I'm going around slaying monsters. Like that's a low point. Like I understand that's the low point. But if you're saying the entire game got you thinking like that after each and every session, yeah, just the game is just not a good time.
Like I remember I was playing it and I was like, I'm gonna just start watching like biopics in the background. I got like through 8.
Let me learn about snow leopards.
Dude, no, not that. Like I watched Napoleon.
Oh yeah, with the Joker
with
guy.
Joker, yeah. It wasn't good.
It wasn't?
It was not. Apparently it's incredibly historically inaccurate.
Really?
And B, it was less about his life and more about his weird toxic relationship with his wife.
Oh.
Which I don't know why. The director Ridley Scott has had his 2 last movies have been that and House of Gucci, which I also watched.
He made House of Gucci?
Yeah.
Was the fuck Boof? That's what the guy kept saying. Boof.
What?
What's his name? Jeremy Lowenthal, the guy who owns the cult. The guy with the long hair. What's it? Oh my god, Jeremy Renner. The guy from the movie. He played the fat guy.
Jared Leto?
Jared Leto. Yes.
The guy who did like the most over the top Italian accent.
Yes, and he kept saying boof.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
That was my favorite part of the movie.
No, yeah, he made House of Gucci.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Did he make Ferrari 2 or whatever that was?
No, Ferrari was someone else.
Okay.
See, that one was a good movie, so.
Oh, so he didn't touch.
He didn't touch it.
Okay.
Ridley Scott and biopics don't mix.
Okay. Stick to Alien or whatever.
Yeah,
And even then, it's questionable.
And then like I watched Ray Charles with Jamie Foxx.
Oh,
the movie.
So like fake biopics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, like
Hollywood biopics.
Yeah, like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
I went through a list of those. I just went through all those while playing Dragon Age.
Yeah. Dude, I would put Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as a Hollywood biopic.
I mean, it's kind of based on true events.
Very loosely.
Very loosely.
Very loosely.
The same way Inglourious Bastards is very loosely.
Yeah, same way. Though I do like a timeline where Brad Pitt somehow killed Hitler. I think that is a
cool.
That's a cool time.
Yeah, that's a nice timeline. I wish we lived in that one.
I know. Yeah.
That would have been pretty epic.
Yeah. Dude, having just an individual known as just the Bear Jew is like, bro, aura.
Yeah. Imagine,
and it's just some guy too.
imagine we were in high school learning about the Bear Jew,
I
and
know,
he and his
yeah.
squad assassinated.
Yes, yes. And almost failed if it not was for the hubris of one Nazi guy called it. What was his like Jew
Hans
hunter?
Landa.
Yeah, but it was like Jew
Yeah, it was the
hunter.
Jew hunter.
Yeah, for the for his hubris and trying to betray the German army. Um, that was a good movie though. I'm not
No,
gonna
that
lie.
was a good movie. But yeah, like
But yeah. If you're doing like anything else, man.
I was not invested in what these people were yapping about.
Yeah.
Like I would tune out the movie for a second and tune back in just to see what was going on. I was like, fuck, whatever,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. I was trying to like get some just to like understand more. Like there's people post compilations online about the game, and I saw one was like modern dialogue in Dragon Age Veilguard. It was like modern in quotations,
Mhm.
right? For extra sarcasm
Yeah.
points. And yeah, those are not how real people talk. I can't even imagine that's how aliens would talk. Like even they need to have like some sort of sentence structure.
Yeah, like
that flows more naturally than whatever is in the game.
like there'll be points where you're like, oh my god, I feel something. I'm alive again.
Yeah.
And then the game kills you again. Like
Oh,
50
okay.
seconds. Like the
It
beginning.
just goes nowhere.
Yeah, the beginning of the finale, I felt like alive.
Mm-hmm.
Because spoiler, it's like Mass Effect 2, where you have to be like, this squad mate does this thing with this group, and if I choose
Yeah.
the wrong squad mate for this job, they're dead.
Mm.
And I was like, oh my god, my choices, they matter.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then the fucking secondary boss fight versus the enemy I've been fighting for 9 years happens. I'm like,
Oh, okay. More repetition.
yeah.
More repetition. Yeah, I mean, dude, at that point, I mean, what can you really say? What can you really say? A game really does end, like its hype really does end once it becomes mid or boring.
Yeah.
Like you can't like even a bad game is somehow more memorable.
Yeah,
I think not a lot of people actually rate games bad nowadays. I feel like people are more content being polite and saying a game is mid when they actually mean it's bad. Like I feel like we live in a more polite society now.
I feel like a game has to like actively not work for
Yeah.
it to be bad
Yeah.
nowadays.
I can't remember the last time people agreed that a game was like bad. It was a
Gollum.
bad experience. Huh?
Gollum. The Gollum
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
And the King Kong game.
Yes. Yeah, okay, yeah. Those were bad because they were like memorably bad.
Yeah, they like actively disrespected your money.
Yeah, I think like when a game is I think we talked about this before, but when a game is like mid, I think it's like 10 times worse than anything. If you don't mind, I'd like to segue to some other mid topics.
Mid topic. All right,
This
hit me.
the week we're recording this is dude, I'm scared we're gonna turn into like a combat sports podcast with the amount of times we talk about this, like fighting. But yeah, so we have the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight coming up.
Hype.
And then John Jones versus
Stipe.
Stipe.
Ew, not hype. Disgusting.
Not hype, bro. Chandler versus Oliveira for like the 5th time they're fighting each other is more hype.
Isn't it only 2 though? It's
it's only 2.
It's only 2.
But
I'm more excited for the third match. The
what is
middleweight.
that one?
I don't know. It's some Goober versus Paul Craig. The squad.
Oh, Bo Nickel?
Yeah, Bo Nickel versus Paul Craig.
I thought you would love Bo Nickel.
Who's Bo Nickel?
I feel like you'll like see some TikTok. If he wins, you're gonna see some TikTok clips about him. You're gonna say he's like one of your top 5 goats.
Summarize him.
He looks weird.
That's it.
I know that's your type.
Looks weird or is a nice guy?
No, just looks weird.
No, I like Paul Craig because he's Scottish and he's the only Scottish man I've seen in that sport.
Yeah. Yeah, but about the UFC card, I think that's it's such a like anger-inducing fight because we could have had John Jones versus Aspinall and Chandler versus Conor McGregor. And neither of those things are happening.
Yeah.
Agree that would have been a better lineup. John Jones versus Aspinall and McGregor versus Chandler.
McGregor Chandler would have been funny.
Yeah, it would have been funny, and then Jones versus Aspinall for like the true undisputed belt would have just been hype. But no, we're not getting that. We live in the worst timeline, guys.
Where 4 old men have to beat on each other.
Yeah, yeah. I'm praying for somehow Stipe Miocic had the foresight to understand that he was set up
Mm-hmm.
in this fight. So he purposely went into Leon Edwards training camp. And you know what the special ability they give you, the passive you get after completing the training camp?
Stall to win?
No.
What?
You have one fluke KO in your arsenal you can pull out at any moment in your life.
Oh, okay.
Leon Edwards pulled it up against Kamaru Usman. Lerone Murphy is holding on to his.
Okay.
People are saying he might use it against Taporia or Islam. Yeah.
So you think?
So I'm hoping Stipe had the foresight to be like, they're setting me up. I have to do something crazy. He trained with Leon Edwards, obtained the fluke KO he can pull out at any moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And uses it against Jones.
If Stipe wins, I'll be genuinely so happy.
I think that's a better timeline. That's a better course of events that could happen from this matchup.
Like, I'm very new to this sport.
Yeah.
And I already don't like John Jones.
No, the only people who like really cheer him on are
Dana White.
Or Dana White, the same people who think like Jiren is their favorite character in Dragon Ball. Like they just heard he's strong and be like, yeah, John Jones is my favorite guy because he's apparently the GOAT. No, he's not. And who else? And maybe older fans who are just holding on to like the golden age of UFC. It was not. And then that card is just disappointing to talk about. It makes me a little depressed thinking about it. But then we got Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
The most rigged fight of the millennium.
Rigged for who? I'm curious on your opinion on this. Who do you think it's rigged for?
I think they're gonna draw it.
So for me, if the Mayweather and Logan Paul fight is anything to use as a precedent, if it's an exhibition match, I think 100% it's going to be a draw. But this is an official fight that's going to be on both of their records. So if it is a draw, even under these circumstances, it is 100% rigged, I think. Because I think if you look at the tape, tail of the tape, on paper, Jake Paul is going to sweep Mike Tyson. And you're gonna bring up two things, right? You're gonna bring up, oh, that's Mike Tyson, right?
Yeah, it is Mike Tyson.
Okay. If you show me a 60-year-old man and say that's Mike Tyson, okay, but it's still a 60-year-old man.
Okay.
His cardio issues already have been brought up. They're on the table. People know about him, and he had, I think, he definitely had one cardiovascular issue during the buildup. Yeah. But I heard it might have been two.
I only know about one.
I know about one, but I may have heard two. I could be wrong. But we'll just use the one. I think one already is bad enough. It's telling that his cardio, his endurance is going to be shot. He's not going to be prime Mike Tyson.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
He's fighting with rage in his heart.
Okay.
That man is fighting to kill.
Okay.
Jake Paul's fighting to win.
Yeah.
Tyson's fighting to murder.
Okay.
That man. Murderous rage does a lot.
It does, but you can have all the rage you can, right? But you're still limited by your body, right? Unless Mike Tyson pulls out some biological miracle, like some anime thing. Bro, like he shrouds his body in a physical enhancing aura.
For 60, he looks pretty good right now.
Yeah, no, he has very good genetics. Like, but I think he's fighting someone way younger than him. Well, not even just younger than him, way younger. He's he's more than half his age. Years younger. And Jake Paul, like, as much as like the people who really hate him don't want to admit, he is a real boxer. He clearly cares for the sport. He knows what he's doing. He trained.
Okay, well, if he cares about the sport,
yeah,
why has he not fought any active fighters?
Because I think they're trying to pad his record. This is what the boxing commission does. Like at this point, they're really just like, oh, this is an up and coming prospect. Let's put him against some cans, some older fighters, some journeymen. Pad that record out a bit. Really make that zero count. The 0 losses count. I know he lost against Tommy Fury, or the first real boxer.
Yeah. Wait, did he fight Tommy Fury?
He did. He lost. Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury fought KSI and Jake Paul.
Oh, okay.
And he won against both. Split decision.
Both times?
Yes.
Well,
which calls some people call into question Tommy Fury's abilities as a boxer, that he went split decision with 2 YouTube boxers. But I think that's more telling about them. I think Jake Paul definitely proved himself as a boxer. KSI, I think, just has he's like Deontay Wilder. I feel like he has power. Like I feel like if he gets one good shot in, you're gonna wake up, 5 seconds later.
Bro, I don't know. Every time I watch the YouTube boxers, they're hug machines, bro.
Yeah, but I feel like Jake Paul's style, he's very defensive and then explodes on you, like when you least expect it. He's a good counter fighter. Yeah, I could see that.
Bro, I don't know. When I watched KSI Fury, they were hugging. They were hugging out.
KSI doesn't know what he's doing. He wants to act like he's like professional boxer, but he has definitely some endurance issues, but that comes with having more powerful like hits. If you naturally hit harder, your energy is coming from somewhere. You will get tired faster.
Yeah.
No matter if you're skinny, right? Like Conor, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like he fought in lightweight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which are these guys have, like, the lighter you are, usually the better gas tank you can have, endurance. But he tired out so fast because he just hit really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Energy had to come from somewhere. So, I think KSI has power behind his strikes. So he has cardio issues, but he has no technique. He just, every time the Mike Tyson quote pops into his head, he gets punched in the mouth once, and every one of his training goes out the window. I think Jake Paul is a little different. I think he has, yes, against cans and journeymen, or old retired fighters. But I think he has been tested. So I can say, okay, he's a boxer.
We'll see, man.
We'll see. You know what's crazy?
Uh-huh.
So we know him as the YouTuber, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to my like way younger cousin about him, about Jake Paul. Like, I brought him up, and he originally didn't know who he was, but then he remembered him, and he said, "Oh, Jake Paul the boxer."
No.
Yeah. That was so weird to me because it's like I know him as the Jake Paul the YouTuber, Jake Paul the Vine guy, the Disney guy, but kids nowadays probably know him as the boxer.
They don't
know the lore.
They don't know about the
like everyday bro.
The England is my city.
England is my city, yeah.
They don't know about that. That's crazy. Wow.
It's like an entirely new world, being born with like the lore already ongoing. Because we see things from like the start to the end. Yeah. In this whole internet saga, we got born right in the beginning of it. So we see everything start and end. But they're seeing shit in the middle.
Damn. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Jake Paul the boxer.
Yeah. But my summary thought is that whatever Jake does in this fight, he is a loser.
Why do you think so?
He's either beating up a 60-year-old man.
Yeah.
Or he gets knocked out by a 60-year-old man.
Yeah.
So he has to either win by split.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he knocks Tyson out, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So he has to win by split. Even then, most people are going to hate him.
Yeah.
Or he has to draw it out, in which case there's equal hate.
Yeah. Well, I think he sort of feeds on the hate. I think he relishes being the heel rather than the face.
Does he? It seems like he wants to be liked.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
He doesn't come across as a very likable person. I think he likes it, and he knows that. He may not like it, but I think he knows that. He's not very likable.
I feel like you give these guys too much like credit that they're self-aware.
Maybe I'm wrong. Like, for Netflix, he released like a behind the scenes series.
Uh-huh.
And Jake Paul really comes across as he is like a room temperature IQ. I mean, he has apparently CTE already.
No, yeah, I saw somewhere that like boxing is like
No, this is serious. I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh.
permanently made him dumber.
Yeah.
You already giggled. You can giggle some more, bro.
No, I don't want to say CTE is funny.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Because CTE is terrible and it's life threatening.
Yeah.
So I don't want to laugh at it, but I think even with like before the YouTube boxing saga, he never came across as the sharpest tool in the shed. You know?
Yeah, but the England is my city
Yeah.
was like a big red flag towards that fact.
Yeah, he did write that line.
He did write that line?
Yeah. For like context, he came out and confirmed that the guy didn't write his own lines. Jake wrote every one of their lines. Yeah. Should have been on the guy from Britain to correct it, but I guess he's just like, oh, whatever.
I'm already in it. I'm in the Jake Paul music video. I'm already in too deep.
Yeah, I forgot the inner council and what they all meant, but yeah. So I don't know. I don't think Jake is gonna try to be likable. I think he knows people don't like him. People are always gonna doubt him. I think he just lives with it.
He's just the heel of YouTube boxing now.
Yeah. And I think to his credit, I'm not gonna say it's his idea itself. It might be a manager or PR team behind him.
Yeah. I feel like all YouTube boxers just in of themselves are heels.
Yeah.
Like a majority of people don't like them.
Yeah.
Like just for the fact that, like, what are you doing?
Because I don't think people like, you don't really see faces nowadays. Because people don't know how to do them. Like back then, like you saw more faces, shit like that. Like Manny Pacquiao, he's like a face.
Yeah,
I would say.
And like Floyd, is Floyd a face? Would you say? No.
Dude, the amount of antagonization he used to do, instigating fights with his opponents.
Oh, okay.
Like talking down to them. Yeah, he'll say they're a good fighter now and then, but that's just like sportsmanship.
Okay.
No, he was definitely a heel, but
yeah, I can't really think of any boxers that are not heels.
Yeah, because they look at Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson, they're like, oh, it worked for them, you know. But
like the only boxer I could think of, just in general, is Tyson, and he's not.
Yeah, Tyson could be a face
if he just drank less. If he got just a little less angry all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is he really? I feel like he's jovial nowadays.
He's a little more jovial, it seems, just because he's a millionaire. It seems like he just doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, but no, I would say being a face is way harder. It's so easy to just be an ass and douchebag.
Yeah, but
that's why everyone does it.
Yeah, but then like UFC, you have like Tom Aspinall. He's just like,
yeah, he's a good face. Yeah,
hello, he's just like, hello,
John.
Hello, John.
You know the Victor. Hello, John.
Hello, John.
I mean, no disrespect. Now he's a face, but people will say Tom Aspinall is boring, and I see it. Like other than his drama with John Jones, which is more John's part. Tom, you know,
Tom just genuinely wants to fight him.
Yeah, you know, but is John like kind of pissing off the fans with it? You know, so I think Tom Aspinall is a face by circumstance. Because John Jones is just so evil, bro. Like genuinely. Yeah, but in the UFC especially is so much harder because Conor already set a precedent that being a heel makes you money, you know, and gives you fame. It's so easy to be a heel. Not a lot of people want to be, the face.
Who would you say is like the best heel the UFC has right now?
Right now, at this current moment, it might be recency bias, but John Jones, I think. Without John Jones in effect, I don't want to say Taporia, but people are gonna say Taporia. I don't think Taporia.
He's not like actively trying to piss people off. He's literally he's just
good.
Yeah, he's just good at being a fighter.
Yeah, he's just good.
Everyone, I think, in the UFC is just good at their job right now.
Yeah,
That's
but everyone's saying like no, Taporia is on another level, and I believe it. Like I think
I think
Taporia is good.
Hamzat was on the way to like heal,
Yeah,
but then he mellowed out
dude,
recently.
Kamzat is just massive potential waste. Massive potential waste. He had potential to be really big, champion of 3 different divisions. But no, bro. But no. You know, this calls into question.
Kevin Holland might be kind of heelish because he just yaps. He's just He's just a yapper. That's like his whole thing. He just talks.
But that's kind of my point, where like everyone wants to be heels, but it's you need to have some sort of like drawing factor to you. Like I don't want to use the word like brain rot words, but like aura.
Or that's fair.
You know?
Okay, so we have heels and we have face, right? Like the
Yeah.
good and evil.
Yeah.
I cannot for the life of me figure out where Yuri Prohaska fits into this.
He would be a face.
A face?
But he's just not good.
He's just like an anomaly, bro.
he's
just like, Dana, let me fight Pereira.
Yeah.
No voodoo this time.
He's gonna put counter spells on him.
Yeah, like bro's in Japan training karate for no reason.
Yeah. Listen, I think he would be a face because he's against voodoo.
Okay.
But
he's against black magic, thus
Yeah.
making him a hero.
Yeah, I think Pereira's a face, but he doesn't have much personality. Like,
bro, his personality is Chama, and then that little jig he does after the fight. Like he does a little dance.
Yeah, and like coaches. The bow and arrow, and then the stone face emoji.
Yeah, that's like his entire brand. 4 things.
But hey, at least he's not evil.
Yeah, he's not evil. He's definitely not evil.
I think GSP is the closest thing we had to like a John Cena ass face.
Yeah,
like this guy could do no wrong, was very good. You know, had respect of everyone there. Defeated like steroid users. We'll say like they're the equivalent of like dark arts users if you use steroids. He was never on steroids. There was a little bit with him with the Vaseline thing, but we don't know. You know, I think GSP is the closest we had to like pure face on the record.
And then Conor was pure heel.
Conor was the fucking like demon king about this. You know, in history, there's been multiple individuals referred to as demon kings, scourge of the heavens themselves, right?
History as in UFC or like just general
history.
Okay. I'm very scared where you're going with this.
Okay. I'm talking about like Attila, right?
Okay.
The Hunnic king.
The Hunnic king?
The Huns. He was leader of what would you call them? The Hunnic tribes.
The Huns.
The Huns, sure. He was king of the Huns at one point.
Okay,
right?
Sure. Let's go with that.
I don't think he's his actual descendant, but his proclaimed descendant, Genghis Khan.
Okay.
United the Mongolian tribes, right?
Okay.
Terrible people.
Mm-hmm.
Very anti-religion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did so much harm.
Okay.
But what did they do?
Yeah.
What is the one thing that bound them? They came at a time of fracture. What did Conor do? The UFC was not big in 2013. It was getting there. It was getting kind of big because John Jones, but still, people didn't really care. But he made his debut in 2013. The UFC was fractured. He came at a time of fracture.
Mm-hmm.
This is the important element. He was a male. All of the previous ones were male, right? He was born privileged. Attila, he was born in a royal family.
Did you like do research?
I did. I researched this.
Okay.
You know, I'm a history buff when it comes to demonic those with the demon blood.
Okay.
Right. They came from privileged families, right? Conor, he didn't come from a privileged family. However, he came with a different kind of privilege. The power in his hands. We mentioned that earlier. He's lighter than you and me when he fought. However, he could probably put holes in walls. He just had this God-given ability. It's privilege in itself.
Okay.
He came there, and what did he do? He united the divisions. How, you might ask? Okay, he won 2 belts in 2 divisions, bro. Now everyone's doing that. Okay, sure. Everyone in every single division was gunning after Conor McGregor.
Okay.
They all hated him. And you know why? They even like thought about it? Because Conor could move up and down. It was no problem for him. He could look skeletal in one fight and then beefy in the other. So hey, potential heavyweight Conor fight. That was on the table back in like 2017, 2016. You know? And he pissed a lot of people off. He made a lot of people angry. Conor's not a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with the recent news and allegations, that will support my point. He's not a good guy.
He's not a good fella.
Not a good guy at all. There are allegations, so we can't talk about like their fact. But if he did do them, even if he didn't do them, like
he's not the best guy.
Yeah, he's assaulting old men for not drinking his whiskey
and throwing crap and like objects at other fighters' buses.
Yeah, yanking women by the hair for fun too in clubs. Yeah, he's not a good guy.
He's not a good guy.
But I think in terms of the UFC, I think he has what it takes to be crowned as a Demon King.
Okay, so first off, so you're saying to be a Demon King, you have to be a Grand Uniter during times of fracture.
Yes, that is like the main thing.
You have to be born of privilege.
Yes, privilege in some way.
Historically, you have to be a male.
Yes. King,
because the Demon King. Yes. And am I missing anything?
And cause a lot of harm to a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, if we want to be like using recent examples, it's like Hitler would be a Demon King.
Okay,
Stalin.
so I don't.
Their existence questions the existence of a higher power. You understand? Because it's like they're killing so many people that everyone else is wondering how the hell can a god allow this?
Conor.
That's why they're called the Demon King.
Conor and that man on the same I don't know.
Yes, but you don't understand how many people Conor pissed off with his very existence. John Jones is kind of doing the same thing now because I watched this one guy, MMA guru. He's kind of famous in like the MMA sphere, right? UFC sphere. And even he said that if John Jones does not fight Tom Aspinall, it calls into the question of a higher power. Because an all good God would not allow John Jones to like be successful. And this is like a question for religion. You know, people will have thoughts on this. But I'm saying Conor McGregor, he has what it takes. I think he's ticking a few of the boxes. What do you think?
Okay. So first, what happened? So, is it possible to lose the title of Demon King? Or is he forever a Demon King?
No.
Okay, so
I think. Have you seen him fight Cerrone? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then he lost against the other guy. Who did he fight?
Getting mollywopped by Khabib.
Yeah. Right.
And
Ever since he went to boxing.
Dustin.
Yes, Dustin. Yeah. I think that was whatever demonic influence blood that was it left him. You can even compare the styles of him fighting was so different before he started the boxing thing. I think he got a little too full of himself. And that's always been the downfall of them.
Mm.
You know?
That's a hallmark of a Demon King. Their downfall is their own hubris.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. It always happens, dude.
Dude, it's crazy that I'm starting to agree with you. That's crazy that you're actually like making me see a new light.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say like 100% he is. I'm not gonna sit here and say no. Conor is on the same level as an evil dictator who's killed 6 to possibly 10 million people. Right. I'm not gonna say that. I think there's levels to this.
Yeah, that man is definitely like Demon Emperor.
Yeah. But I think there is something to that. I think Conor has some infernal things that fueled him when he debuted into the UFC. Some infernal influence in him. You know? I think Ilia Topuria has something similar, but not on the same level. Because I think he is strangely powerful for his weight.
I think...
Especially if he starts going after Dagestani.
Yeah, I think if right now we're seeing like the inklings, the beginnings of demonic influence.
Like the spark.
Yeah, but if he wins against Islam, I think we might see the true beginnings of a new Demon King.
Yeah. And if he can go through featherweight, lightweight, it's wow, the second coming of a Demon King in the UFC.
And he hasn't even like pissed that many people. He kind of just
No.
pisses people off by existing.
But I think because you have to think about the Dagestani audience. So this is kind of what I wanted to get into with Conor, but it was kind of a difficult point to make with him. But I think with Topuria it'll be different because the Dagestani have such a foothold in the UFC, and their fans are so numerous within it. If Topuria beats Islam Makhachev and any other Dagestani that the UFC throws at him, I think Spaniards will get hurt. I think Dagestani fans will get hurt. I think they will fight each other in the streets.
You think
people will get hurt?
You think it will cause a war?
Potentially. Small scale war. I think they're very, I'm not going to say it's a bad thing that they're passionate, but I think they're very protective of their fighters.
I just thought of this.
Yeah.
Your GOAT.
Which one?
Durakis.
Durakis, yeah.
Do you think he has the makings of a Demon King?
No.
No?
No, because he is just I think he himself is an aberrant kind of fighter. Like, he doesn't fit into any mold. That's why I like him. He doesn't fit into one mold. He's trying to be a heel, but is an underdog because heels are usually the favorite. But he's a heel and an underdog, which it doesn't make sense. It's more facey. He's fighting annoying guys, bro. Like Sean Strickland, annoying for me.
Yeah.
Annoying to me. Is Izzy annoying to me? And I was an Izzy fan, you know.
He's going to be fighting Hamzat.
He's going to be fighting Hamzat. I don't like Hamzat.
Hamzat's not even the Dagestani. He doesn't fit into your
He's Chechny,
profiling.
and they have a link. It's the same fan base though.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You just see bald and beard and see Dagestani.
Yeah. If they all go to the one barber.
And the same barber in the mountains.
Same guy. But I think there is overlap in the audience, I think, between someone like Umar and Kamzat. I think there's overlap.
I forgot about Umar. I'm going to be real.
Dude, he's Dana's latest hitman against Bilal.
No, Umar's in Merab's division.
Oh, sorry, right, Merab. Yeah.
The Wash Willie, as that one commentator beautifully
one commentator,
says.
all of them. Rogan, Cormier, they all call him the Bob Willie.
Dish Bob Willie.
The Bob Willie. Dish Bob Willie. But
worst part of Noche UFC was listening to them botch his name every 5 seconds.
Yeah. It was I don't know. They're not Georgian, man. Georgians have interesting names sometimes. But yeah, he's one of he's on Dana's payroll now, personal payroll. I think Dana wants Merab out though because he just doesn't fit the definition of a champion. He just
but they're gonna kick Merab out to put Umar in.
Yeah,
that's literally just like the same fighter.
Yeah, it is. I don't think Dana thought that far ahead.
Who? And then they get Sean O'Malley to replace him again.
I don't think Sean has a chance against Merab.
Or Umar, he probably not.
No.
Against Umar, that's even worse.
Dude, Sean was like the most like, bro. He's such an industry pimp. They're trying to get. You heard Peyton Talbot? Have you heard of him? He's a new prospect.
I've heard the name.
Yeah, he's gonna be like a new Sean O'Malley. I heard he's a bit better, but like he's got industry plant vibes. Definitely. But yeah, going back to our original point, man, I think the UFC is now in need of a Demon King more than ever because there's so many people like John Jones, Bilal, Merab running around thinking they can do free reign, dividing audiences. Like, we're supposed to be UFC fans. It's like basketball fans are supposed to be basketball fans, not like LeBron fans. Bro, if you're just watching Lakers games, bro, you're doing something wrong. Who the hell cares about the Lakers other than like LeBron on it? Is that a crazy statement to make? I don't watch a lot of basketball, but I get the vibe of that.
I mean, I think no, there's definitely people who just watch Lakers games. Now that I think about it,
just Lakers games. Like, not the fact that LeBron is there.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like Knicks fans will watch Knicks games regardless.
Yeah, yeah. But like, we need fan bases. Fan bases need to learn to appreciate the sport. And I think that's the beauty of having one sort of villain unifying the fans against them. That was Conor. Everyone watched and knew about UFC because they're like, "Oh man, I can't wait to see Conor taken down." And now we need that. I think, and I'll add more to this. I think whoever is the scourge of the heavens or of God
hmm
it needs to unite not only the divisions of the UFC, but if he cannot do that, at the very least, he should somehow be able to unite one PFL and UFC. Now, this comes with a caveat of making Dana White a lot of money.
Uh-huh.
A lot of money. But I fantasize about a world where we live in like a Tekken-esque world where we have an Iron Fist tournament every day of the week.
Uh-huh.
Like we have a main card fight every day of the week. And it's like hype. Like, you know what I mean? Like we don't have to wait for Aspinall versus John Jones. It's happening Tuesday. You know?
I feel like by that point you're just like, dude.
It's a crazy dream, but like
So you want like Bellator, all of them.
Bellator's already gone.
Bellator's already gone?
Yeah, I think so.
What happened to it?
I think it got bought by the UFC.
Oh.
Or like just, absorbed. But I think the UFC needs to do this with PFL and One. Because One is very big in the Eastern world. Very big. And PFL, it's not big at all. But
Is PFL where he threw Francis?
Oh, not where he threw, but where Francis went.
Okay.
It's not like Dana's his manager. But PFL, the problem with it is that when a new like top fighter is up and coming and he's thinking about like to go into UFC, PFL will swoop in with a really good contract and take him. But he's never going to get showtime and therefore never get like his recognition.
Yeah.
Like or her, deserved recognition. And I think that's not fair.
I always thought of the PFL as like where Dana banishes people he doesn't like.
Yeah, at this point. But I think it's a shame for the fans, like us, the fans, that we don't know who a lot of these up and comers are. I can't even name any like relevant PFL fighter other than Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean? And you're on TikTok, so you should know more than me. And the fact that you can't is really telling.
They don't give me anything other than Francis content for PFL.
Yeah, I wonder why. So I think it's a shame, and I think if PFL was absorbed into the UFC, we would see more of these exciting up and coming fighters.
You know who's the true heel of the UFC?
Who?
You know who?
Dana.
Dana's the true heel.
Dana's an old head.
Bro is for UFC 310. Bro is introducing a new guy for an instant title shot.
Yes.
And surpassing every single flyweight.
Is a Japanese guy, right?
Kaya Sakura.
Yeah, but he has clout. That's why.
The Japanese guy?
Yeah, it's undeserved from a UFC viewpoint, but not from a fighting world viewpoint. It's a stretch. Yeah, I think it's a logical leap. So
there's literally another guy named Kai who's so sad that he's not getting the title shot.
Yeah. No, if you have to make logical leaps to justify, then it's controversial, and I don't think that's a good look on any champion. Because imagine he wins, people are gonna say, "Dude, what'd you do to deserve this?"
Yeah.
You just got the title shot instantly.
Yeah.
People still say Tom Aspinall doesn't deserve the title shot, even though he's the interim champion.
Bro, no interim holder has ever had to defend the interim belt.
Yeah.
What kind of nonsense is this?
Yeah. No.
He doesn't deserve it.
Yeah. People are crazy. John Jones fans are crazy. But yeah, but I think we need that. Like we need a world where they're all united. So I think there needs to be a prospect who starts in the PFC. No, PFL.
The PFC. What are we doing?
I'm getting tongue tied. All these acronyms.
PFC,
PFL.
PMC.
Goes into the KFC.
KFC.
Sponsored by KFC. Becomes a one champion. Goes into the UFC.
Download some DLC.
Some DLC.
Uh-huh.
gets Dana's TLC, gets 2 title shots in different weight divisions, just takes over, and also has a good personality. And by good personality, I mean bad person. But we just like to watch them talk, you know?
They should put The Rock in heavyweight. I think that'll be a good move.
Dude, I'm a Rock is on juice believer, so I don't think he would be a very good fighter.
I too believe he is on insane amounts of juice.
Yeah. So I think his if he doesn't train for it, his stamina is gonna be terrible.
Throw Harley from Epic Mealtime. He boxed in heavyweight.
One time under Sam Hyde's tutelage, bro.
Throw Sam Hyde in there.
Dude, Sam, what little I know about Sam Hyde's training camp is I know your physical body will not be the same afterwards in like a negative way. I think it's like, because we were talking about Dragon Age earlier, I think it's much like the Grey Warden like ritual where you have to drink the Darkspawn blood. That's what he has you do.
Oh no.
Except the bad part is you don't die, you just
like forced to be in his content.
Forced to be in his content, but also like you just irreversibly harmed your own body for no reason. Sleeping in a crack den is a little much.
It is a
little much. I don't know how it helped Harvey win.
It mentally hardened him.
Maybe. But you know, maybe he knows something we don't know about.
There you go.
Don't know. He himself he fought in heavyweight, right? During the happy face punching thing. The one time he fought. I think he fought in heavyweight.
Yeah, I think he fought Aaron from Game Grumps or something.
No. That was Harvey.
Oh, right.
No. He fought I Am Thompson.
Yeah.
Australian YouTuber. With the violin or whatever. I think he fought in heavyweight. He fought him. And he won by TKO because I Am Thompson couldn't continue. He got so tired. But Sam wasn't looking good on energy too. Like if you watch the later rounds, they were just barely mudslinging. I mean, they're two big guys, bro.
Yeah.
Their energy is gonna go like crazy. Yeah, heavier you are, that's always gonna happen. I don't know. Maybe he couldn't do his own training regimen. He guides others to treasures he cannot possess.
He's the ultimate coach.
Yeah. I mean, some people are just born coaches. They can't fight for the life of them, but for some reason...
Well, they can tell other people.
Yeah. I mean, look, like Teddy Atlas, right? He's a legendary boxing coach. But I don't think he has any professional fights in his record. But hey, he has a lot of champions under his tutelage.
Listen, you can teach, but you can't.
It's like the guys who like have never touched a woman in their life give the best relationship advice.
I don't know if that transfers.
I don't know, man. It's transfers, you know. What else? Well, you get my point. Though.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
We're trying to come from.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be on the lookout for any like prospective infernal warriors, demon kings on the horizon. You know. I'm very interested in that topic because they're always like agents of change, of destruction as well.
Of chaos.
Chaos, yeah, chaos, destruction, but of change. Too.
Of change.
Sometimes there's like a forest fire, where like it has to burn down to create new like sediment or whatever, grow back up. You know.
Maybe someone from this Contender series thing Dana does.
Maybe.
I sent you that video of that guy doing fighting game moves on people.
Yeah, wasn't it like Rufy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fighting on this card.
He is?
Yeah. I thought that's why you sent me it. Or is he not? I don't think he is. No. I don't think I think he's coming up.
He fought in Edmonton, so I don't think he's going to fight. He fought on Fight Night like two weeks ago.
Yeah, but I think he's debuting. Or not debut, he's headlining. I'm so tongue-tied, bro.
Dude, untie.
I'm trying. I think he's headlining something soon. I could be wrong.
I liked how he was fighting someone whose last name was Malarkey. That's how you know that person's a can.
Dude, Dana.
That guy was born to fail.
Where the does Dana find these guys, bro? He must have like some sort of gateway to Middle Earth, man. These certain like peculiar looking individuals he keeps finding and hiring. He must have some sort of
Bro has access to fictional realms.
Yeah, I think so. Some of these, dude, Wanderlei Silva. Have you ever looked at him?
No.
Oh, dude, like an orc. Like he's okay. Tito Ortiz, do you know?
Yeah.
Orc.
Orc.
Come on. Like D&D orc. Did you see the video of him enduring like 9Gs? Like he did that gravity
No,
thing?
I did not.
Bro,
Did he look monstrous?
I'll show you after, dude. It's the funniest thing ever.
Okay.
Dude, I actually worry about Tito Ortiz. You know when I said earlier that CTE is not funny and it could be life threatening?
Yeah.
I think Tito Ortiz is a hallmark of
It's
that.
far gone.
I hope not, man. I hope not. He was very good at UFC back in the day. But now, talking about he wants to outlive his kids? Of course. I want to outlive my kids, of course.
Of course. It's only logical.
Yeah,
to outlive your children.
Yeah. Like I pray for his safety. Did you see the story about Chael Sonnen talking about how he ran into Tito Ortiz in Portland, Oregon?
No.
He only asked him one thing. He was like, "Oh, hey Tito, what are you doing in Portland, Oregon?" Tito was so like infuriated and confused by that question. He stormed off, just going, "Ugh. What are you doing in Portland?"
God, I'll have to fucking explain.
Yeah, he's just like,
Portland.
Like a cartoon character just mumbles off. And Chael was like, "Oh, that question confused them so much." Like, nah, Tito, I really hope he's gonna be okay. He worries me.
That's the one thing where I'm like, because we were talking about like joining an MMA gym.
Yeah.
I'm like,
no, CT is serious.
Yeah, like what if this like irreversibly changes me?
Yeah.
Because like, you know TJ Dillashaw?
Yeah.
You know he has a shoulder injury.
Yeah.
I saw a video where like he can't physically go higher than this with that shoulder.
Wow. No, yeah, fighting. No, you can train MMA, right? You're never gonna go hard sparring like that.
Yeah. But like if one of us was like in the UFC.
Oh yeah, like dude, you have to do like random times. Just like if you were in the UFC, I would just be like, Max, quick, what's 5 + 7? And if you didn't answer 12 within 3 seconds, I'd be like, get out, UFCT. Sorry, bro. You need to. Dude, I worry about you, man.
We need to go back to school, man.
No, because CT really is.
Yeah.
It's really something.
At the very least, we would have to like accept that cauliflower ear is something we're gonna live with. Like that's the minimum.
Okay, but you know it's a choice.
I mean, it's a choice.
But you can drain the fluid and it'll go back to normal if it's like within a certain time frame. It's just the fighters don't do it because it's like you have to do it every time.
Oh,
that's why they just like.
I thought it was just like.
Fuck it.
No, it's just like.
No. You can drain the fluid.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's just they don't really care.
Because I look at Sean Strickland and I just look at his ears, bro.
Yeah. Well, they can wear the big headphones.
Especially since he's like bald. This is like the only thing I can look at.
Yeah. No, yeah, fighting changes you. It takes like a real dedication to go into fighting. Not a lot of people can do it. You know? You know? You're putting your entire body on the line.
Conor's cauliflower ear isn't that bad. I don't notice it when I look at him. He must have drained that shit.
Yeah. Though at a certain point you have to drain it like right as it happens.
Oh, so
that's why it's so like it's such an annoying process. A lot of them just don't do it. I think maybe like Floyd Mayweather, he doesn't have cauliflower ears at all. I think at one point he probably did have them, but he drained them, so he looks untouched.
Oh, okay.
But it's hard to avoid it. That trauma on the ear, it's rough.
Always blocking like this.
Yeah. No, and wrestlers have it too because of the friction on the ground.
Yeah.
Like getting hit, like slammed on the head. Just swelling.
Those Dagestani formats.
Yeah. Oh my god, bro.
Reflective surfaces.
No, I just got reminded that Bilal pulled out of a fight with
Shafkat?
Yeah.
I haven't
Because
seen
of a
any updates on that.
staph
I don't even know what's going on.
Staph infection, like
No, I mean like who's
oh.
replacing. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either.
That's like it's pretty close.
Yeah, it sucks for Shafkat though. Because it could be avoided. Like just either disinfect your wounds immediately if you're gonna be training in Dagestan. They don't clean the floors, but like just have some like bacterial wipes ready. So if you get a cut, oh okay, I'll disinfect real quick. Put a band-aid on it, get back to
I've seen them mop the floors.
The one time the cameras were rolling.
But, while the cameras were rolling, they were mopping.
Yeah.
Khabib said, "Go mop."
I don't know, man, but that gym is notorious for staph infection. So, yeah, they'll do it in front of the cameras, but yeah, but fighters don't really want to fight while they have staph infection because of the antibiotics you get put on. It makes you more lethargic.
Yeah.
But
Conor called Bilal a pussy for pulling out.
Yeah, I'm not a big Bilal fan either. But he's a champion now. I understand he's got to take precautions, you know. Fighting with staph infection, it would be aura, but yeah, I understand it. Sometimes you got to make certain like concessions and stuff. Yeah. Damn, at this point we're just gonna be a fighting podcast.
I mean, bro, I talked about Veilguard.
Yeah.
And you're the one who brought up
fighting. Yeah.
Fighting. You did this.
Yeah, I guess. But I don't know. I just like it. I like the sport.
Bro, our lives
I love to hate it.
Yeah, fair. I mean, our lives aren't interesting enough to talk about. We already went over your murder apartment last episode.
Yeah.
I have nothing going on.
It's not that it's not interesting. We just can't find the beauty in it.
Yeah.
That's our problem.
We need to look inwards.
We need to look inwards and understand ourselves.
And then we can talk about our lives in the way they should truly be expressed.
Yes. Maybe we will have our own Van Gogh Starry Night that some guy goes like, "Oh, kid drew this." But yeah. All right. I think that's going to wrap it up.
Hit the subscribe button. Like it. Comment something nice. Don't be mean. Not like Conor. Don't be Conor. Be a good, what was it? Face?
Face.
Be a face. Comment something nice. Make something constructive. Don't be mean.
Yes.
Face.
Or argue with us in the comments about why you don't think any of our opinions are correct, how we're all wrong, cite historical examples.
Just so you know, when he says argue with us, you're going to be arguing with him in the comments.
Yes.
It's only him that will be responding to you.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye. The Demon King. It's him.